the major theme here is kind of a human nature thing of it's easier to lie than to, be honest and protect your friends. At least that's what I got from reading about it. So, yeah, tell us a little bit more about this film and what you're kind of dealing with.
Well, I guess a thumbnail description would be, it's about these four teenage boys that take this hunting trip into the woods. One of them makes a tragic mistake, and it's about all the unforeseen consequences that unfold from that because of this one initial moment, this first lie.
Right.
Yeah.
And just kind of unravels from there.
Yeah. And with each lie, it becomes more difficult to tell the truth. Yeah.
So it's kind of a moral tale about dealing with the truth and stuff like that. Without basically revealing details for those of us that haven't seen it, can you at least tell us a little bit about the tragic event that happens that sends you on a roller coaster in this film?
It involves a teenager and a gun. That's all I can say.
That's all you can say.
But there's the conflicts between the four brothers, and then there's also conflicts within the family, because two of the boys are brothers. Two of the four boys are brothers.
Are any of them kind of dealing with like broken homes or anything?
Well, these are four teenagers from a really small town in Texas, and they're all working class families.
Okay.
So that in of itself is sort of a hard scrabble. You get the sense that they have all had this sort of hard scrabble life.
Okay.
But it's not about that. Although on one level it is about the lead, the athletic star in this small town, wanting to escape the confines of this small town, and that's in a way is an undercurrent in the story and in the dynamic of the family, of them pinning all their hopes on his success.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Typical in Texas.
Yes, especially around football.
Yeah, I was about to say, you must have played football.
No, I had good friends who played football.
What is it like working with seasoned actors like Dermot Mulroney?
It's a real pleasure. They were all really invested in the film, and everybody, to the person in the cast, the day players, the supporting players, the leads, all of them were wonderful to work with, and they were very supportive of each other.
Did you find it easy kind of working with teenage actors?
Yeah, I mean, at least as far as these four boys were concerned, absolutely. Now, they weren't all teenagers. Austin Abrams, who plays Tim, the younger brother, he was 16 at the time we shot the movie. The other four, who are playing high school students, high school seniors, they're all in their 20s.
Oh, okay.
And there's, as you know, there's a vast difference between, say, a 24-year-old and a 17-year-old.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so. What are you hoping that people kind of get from this film?
A compelling movie experience. Yeah.
Okay. Now, a little bit of subtext. As we deal with Texas, and you did mention that it involves a gun. Is there any kind of thing that you're trying to say about guns in Texas?
No. I mean, I never set out consciously or subconsciously to use the film as a vehicle for a political message. As a matter of fact, it was originally set in the Pacific Northwest. It wasn't a Texas story. It was going to be up around Seattle. But I think that the story actually is universal because it involves, as the context, it involves high school football, and that could be in any small town in America.
That's true.
Yeah.
What would you say to, especially living in Texas, that people who feel like that sports is your only escape?
Well, I think in small towns, there are small towns in Texas where that's very true. You know, in small towns, you might have a quarterback of a football team, and they're like, in their town, they're a superstar, they're a rock star, because in that small town, that's what everybody turns out for. It's the big event. It's really noteworthy. And so you have these really young kids that have celebrity status in these small towns, and I think a lot of people vicariously live through teenagers in those small towns.
Yeah.
And hope for their success. Yeah.
All right. Reoccurring question on our show, because we are nerds. So, if you could direct or be a part of a superhero film, would you want to do a villain or a good guy, or would you want to reboot something? What would you do?
Oh, I would definitely want to focus on the villain. Yeah.
Because they're always more fun.
They're more fun, they're more interesting, and if you can find a way to humanize them, it's delicious. It doesn't get better than that.
Any particular one? Now we're gonna make you think.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like I'm going back and thinking about all the comics I read as a kid. I don't know the answer to that, but it would definitely be a